What should I do? Should I buy a home now or wait until prices crash? Homes are so expensive. Prices have gotten out of control. Stay tuned, because today on Talk with Tracy, I'm going to discuss the true facts and data about home affordability. If you haven't done so already and you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to press that subscribe button and tap that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes on Talk with Tracy. Also, if you'd like to search homes in the South Florida area, make sure to check out my website at www.toptierre.com, and I'll put the link below to search all homes in the South Florida area. I would love the opportunity to help serve and support you in accomplishing your real estate goals. Call, text, or email me anytime. I'm always available. Also, make sure you stay till the end, because I'm going to reveal to you the most undervalued Miami neighborhood to get the best deal in all of Miami. So let's get to it. Buying a home is a long-term investment. I often hear from people that home prices are too high and that they can't afford that steep mortgage payment. But most of the time, those are the same people that are paying a rent payment. So they're actually paying a mortgage payment. They're just paying for somebody else's mortgage. Let's take a look at exactly what affordability means. Affordability is determined by three things. Number one, price is definitely a major portion of affordability. Number two is earnings. What are your wages is another important factor in affordability. But wages have been appreciating nicely now for the first time in decades. And the number three factor in determining affordability is interest rates, which are at historic lows. So even though some home prices are rising, let's take a look at two major reports that just came out. First, the NAR report. In this report, they're showing that the percent of income needed to buy a median price home is down to 15.7%. This time last year, it was at 18.2%, and the norm is 21.2%. So it's much more affordable now to purchase a home than it has been in the past. Let's look at our next slide that CoreLogic just came out with. Now this slide breaks it down by a typical mortgage payment. In this next report, they adjust for inflation. So as you can see, it's much more affordable to purchase a home now than it has been in the past. As a matter of fact, their June numbers showed the typical mortgage payment right now is $878. Of course, this is just principal and interest and does not include taxes and insurance, but that is less than it was last June. And listen closely to this, is less than it was in January of 2000, my friends. So what exactly is all this saying? It's saying yes, although prices are going up, interest rates are at historic lows and staying down, and wages are also continuing to go up. From an affordability standpoint, we are at an absolute excellent time. There's no better time to buy than right now. One of the major benefits of home ownership is home equity, and home equity is at an all-time high in 2019. Actually, equity has more than doubled since housing recovery started. With home equity increasing so dramatically, homeowners can now take advantage of that equity and do home improvements or use that existing equity and move up to the home of their dreams. Let's take a look at home equity by state. What we can see here is that there are only 3 states across the country that did not see a major increase in home equity. But in the other 47 states, home equity increased in every single one of them. Remember, when you are renting, you're not gaining that home equity. Let's take a look at the home price expectation survey now. There are no red bars, just appreciation predicted for each year. Now let's take Miami, our local market, and apply it to someone who purchases a home in January 2020. So NeighborhoodScouts.com said that the Miami real estate market appreciated 176.8% from the first quarter of 2000 through the second quarter of 2019. That is a 5.3% a year increase on average over the last 19 years. So let's do the math here. Let's say you purchased a home in January 2020 for $300,000. Going with that 5.3% a year increase, the following year that same house would be worth $316,000. Same appreciation after 5 years and that same house would be worth $389,000. That is increasing you and your family's wealth by almost $90,000 in 5 years. So although I hear the chatter all of the time that home prices are too expensive, given what we've seen in this video, yes, Home prices are appreciating, like they always do historically speaking. But if you own the home, you are building wealth through home ownership. Now let's look really quickly at the alternative. The rental rate is increasing dramatically. From 2010 until 2019, the average rent has gone from $700 a month to over $1,000 a month. And we all know that the rent rate in South Florida and Miami has increased much more dramatically than that. So you can either build equity or not build equity. I want to be your realtor and help you build it. And there is nothing I believe in more than building wealth through home ownership. So you made it to the end, and I promised you that I would reveal what some experts believe to be one of the most undervalued communities, cities in all of Miami. Are you ready? It's a small rural agriculture community about 38 miles south of Miami, and it is Homestead, Florida. The median price in Homestead, Florida is just under $200,000 according to a Miami-Dade housing survey. They also said that Homestead offers the most affordable solutions of buying a home in all of Miami. Let's say we keep this our little secret, because Homestead happens to be my hometown where I was born and raised, and actually where my parents graduated in the 60s from the same high school that I graduated from, that 3 of my children have graduated from, that I also taught at that local high school, and I have a junior in that high school right now. So we don't want to let my little rural agriculture hometown, we don't want to let that secret out. One more other little secret that I'm only going to reveal to you about my hometown of Homestead, Florida is that new construction is booming, and the developers are offering many aggressive incentives to get their homes closed before the end of the year. If you haven't seen my previous video on buying new construction, don't forget to watch that before touring any new construction homes. I also have a detailed guide for you in that video on buying new construction. I'm always available, and I would love to get together with you to come up with a plan to either start building that wealth or to use that existing equity to buy that dream home or maybe an investment property. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week on the next episode of Talk with Tracy.